What's going on, YouTube? In this video, I want to talk about hitting reset, the reset button. We all have access to this reset button. It's very important that we recognize this. In our life, we might be going through life. Maybe you're just working a 9 to 5, right? You get up, do the same thing every day, go home, maybe play some video games, maybe go party with your friends, go to sleep, wake up, do it all over again. Weekend comes, maybe it's a little fun, and you start the week all over again. And you might be living a life like that right now and just feeling like, I gotta get out of this shit. Like, I can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. I'm going insane, right? And if you feel like that, just recognize that you actually have this reset button. It came with you when you installed this program called Human Life, right? And really what that reset button is death. And it doesn't have to be a literal physical death. It can be a mental and a spiritual death, right? You can completely shed your past self, your past identification, everything that was attached to it, all the connections, boom, in an instant, and then step into the unknown, step into a completely new environment where you've never been before, where you have to recalibrate your whole structure and figure out how to put yourself back together in a more balanced and a more whole state. And that journey of putting yourself back together is extremely important because, see, when you're putting yourself back together, you got to make sure that you don't, put on some viruses and put on some, just some bad things. You want to make sure that everything is clear, a clear slate. Like, if you hit reset, you don't want to bring old viruses and programs with you into the new world. You're going to have a rough time, okay? You'll look all crazy when you enter there. So if it's time for you, right? If it's time for you to hit reset and open up a new chapter and go into a different direction than you were headed in before, then recognize that you have that ability. And that ability is very liberating because you can bring that ability with you wherever you go. And you can hit that ability whenever you want. But granted, it's not so easy, right? But to be able to have that freedom, to be able to hit that reset, and to be able to know that you have that power to do that is very, very powerful. So, and granted, there's a time to hit reset and there's a time not to. You have to be able to determine that for yourself as you move forward so that you can make the right decisions. So the point of this video today is just to remind you that death is the doorway to a new beginning, right? You have to be willing to shed who you were before to grow into who you want to become. And for me, this has been a process that has continued for many years of my life. My journey has gone on since early high school when I was 17, and I was like, what, they putting fluoride in the water? What's this deal about fluoride? Let me research this. All of a sudden now going to the grocery store, buying distilled water, and people look at me like I'm crazy because I came up with jugs of distilled water, right? And then went vegan for over 5 years. Everyone that I knew, all my friends thought I was crazy. Like, I've been through it. And I know that I'm continually going through it, Every single day I recognize now that it's key to just put in the work, like to continue with the momentum, because even if you take like a week or even like 2 weeks off, you go on vacation. Vacation is great. You on vacation, you having a good time. Maybe you drinking, maybe you doing whatever you're doing, but you're having a good time, right? But all that time, like, you're not doing work. And so you have to be able to balance that within yourself. You have to be able to balance like when you're doing work and when you're having fun, right? Is really important, and recognize that there's a way to kind of merge them together to make your work fun and to make your time on vacation your work, right? And that's mastery right there. When you can do that, life becomes so beautiful. And I've been noticing for myself that that's what my life is becoming like. The more that I continue to be myself and move into my uniqueness, the more that my work is actually reflecting what I want in my heart. And that's so important to me. See, along my journey, I found myself working in various different situations where it just wasn't for me. And so I hit reset. And when I recognized that, like, it really freed me, that ability to hit reset and to be able to recognize that I would rather be doing anything else other than putting my heart in my work. Like, I really have to put my heart in my work so that I can live my best life. This is what my life, what my heart is telling me. I gotta follow it, right? And so it's really important to take that time to tune in and to listen and to just shut out all the voices, like everyone that's saying, hey, this is how it got to go down, or hey, this is this and this is that, and just take the time to recognize that you got that internal voice and follow that and see it through, see where it takes you, right? And the beauty is that you'll always end up exactly where you need to be, and things come full circle. You didn't complete some lessons in the past, they're gonna show up. They'll show up and they'll come and they'll arise and they'll be there, and you get another chance to grow, you get another chance to learn, right? That's what we're all here doing on this earth. We're here learning, growing, and expanding. Now, some of us have forgotten, don't get me wrong. Some of us are so lost that we don't know what we're doing anymore. We're just living or just surviving, I guess. But this experience is really about expanding, about reaching our greatest potential, unlocking our highest purpose, right? Finding our highest purpose and walking that every day. So what is your highest purpose? Figure that out for yourself, right? Get a vision. Make sure it's broad, that it sees far into the future, not just like the next day. I mean, you got to be able to see what's going to happen in the next day, but you also want to see what's going to happen in 5 years. And granted, it's not going to happen the way that you think it's going to happen. It's going to happen, maybe it'll follow the outline of your idea if you have the will and the motivation and the momentum to actually bring that manifestation into reality, but it's not going to be exactly what you thought. It never is exactly what you thought. That's the beauty of the universe. That's the beauty of your uniqueness. You're going to grow and evolve, and as you grow and evolve, all your projections, all your ideas, all your thoughts, they're going to grow and evolve with you, because we become what we think about, right? And so to think that, hey, like in 5 years, this is what I want, that's all fine. But recognizing that it's not always going to work out that way. It's not really up to you whether or not you get what you want. It's up to the universe, to the cosmos, to bring that to you if you are deemed worthy of it. And that's the way I see it. So take a deep breath and recognize that you can hit reset whenever you want to hit reset, and be able to make that decision within yourself, take responsibility for it, and see it through. So don't ever feel like a victim, like you're stuck, like you have no back door, like you have no plan B, you got no plan C, right? You feel like dang, like, oh no, plan B gone. You know, you can always come up with another plan. It's always possible, right? Be innovative, think of solutions. Don't create, the more problems and obstacles that show up in your life, the more solutions and innovation that can come forth. And that's really the value, in my opinion, of the human experience, is to be able to find those solutions, to be able to find those solutions to the problems that you're encountering in your life, right? So that's really what it's all about. I hope you all enjoyed the video today. I'm just kind of like ranting. This is off the top of my head, but if you resonated with it, that's what's up. If you ever feel like you want to level up and get to the tropics, be sure to reach out and send me a DM and connect. I would love to help assist you in that process. But yeah, have a great day, everyone. Aloha and pura vida. Keep expanding.